The big news today is Myles Garrett requesting a trade, but the real question is, are the San Francisco 49ers actually going to be interested in potentially trading for the superstar edge rusher? 49ers insider Tim Kawakami actually believes there might be a legitimate chance and shot that the 49ers, John Lynch, is going to pick up the phone and make a call. So this is what he had to say. He said, when I floated the idea of the 49ers making a huge trade on this particular pod episode, it was because somebody told me an elite pass rusher or two might become available on the market and the 49ers might try to get into the talks. This is what Tim's saying. He says, I wasn't thinking Garrett specifically, but here's a name. So it sounds like, at least according to Tim, is that there's a real chance that the 49ers are going to be on the hunt for an elite pass rusher. Now, if you follow me and you've heard me talk about any of this stuff over the last couple years, I would say, I've been really wanting the 49ers to be able to pair an elite edge rusher on the opposite side of Nick Bosa. Now, we saw what they did last year. They tried to get Leonard Floyd, and they tried to make it work. And they signed him to a 2-year deal along with Yetur Gross-Matos. While Yetur was hurt and kind of in and out of the lineup for the most of the year, while Leonard Floyd did get 8 sacks, I think they're still looking for a level up in regards to a premier pass rusher. Now, we understand they need help on the interior defensive line as well. So we'll see what the 49ers do, but it does sound like they are going to be ultra aggressive in regards to potentially adding some playmakers to the defensive line. As you can see, I'm here in New Orleans at the Super Bowl, and I can guarantee you that the 49ers want to be playing in the next Super Bowl, which will be in Santa Clara at Levi's Stadium. Guarantee you they want nothing more than that home field advantage to be able to play the Super Bowl in their literal backyard. Not even backyard, on their home turf, on their doorstep. So a big part of that is rebuilding and retooling the defensive line. So we heard earlier from a statement from the Browns saying they have no plans in trading Myles Garrett. Listen, when is that ever the plan to trade an elite edge rusher? But the elite edge rusher wants out. He let the whole world know, and obviously there were conversations had that this is the direction it was headed. The Browns don't want to give up leverage in this scenario, so it suits them best to say we have no plans of trading him, because then they lose leverage, they potentially lose value they could get in return if a player forces his way out. Now, we already know that's what's happening. Myles Garrett, he's trying to get out of there. So they're already kind of at a leverage disadvantage, but it does seem like it is in the best interest of both player and team to potentially get out of this, do a bit of a reset, and we'll see what happens as a result. But the San Francisco 49ers become a very interesting target because while they do have cap space, David Lombardi did a good job of kind of getting into the numbers and what the cap ramifications would be if they were to go and trade for Myles Garrett. And according to David, the cap hit isn't that substantial. So they could absolutely fit it into the current structure that they currently have. So that makes this whole scenario very, very fascinating. And it does feel like, based on what Tim Kawakami is saying, is that it is actually not that crazy to think that the 49ers are going to be picking up the phone trying to get something done. So there is a real world that exists that the 49ers are going to be aggressive. They were aggressive at one point trying to go get Khalil Mack. We'll see if they can go and do it with Myles Garrett. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe from wherever.